Tonight, the theater is filled with our loving relatives, caring friends, and supportive administrators and teachers. They have guided us, celebrated our successes, and encouraged us to persevere, all to get to this very moment. This is commencement, the night when we enter as high school students and leave to face the world. I welcome you all to the commencement ceremony of the Charles F. Brush High School, class of 2004. Tonight, the future begins. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the senior girl members of show choir sing our national anthem. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. I'm Elaine Vrabel, principal of Charles F. Brush High School. There are many individuals who have contributed to the success of the 341 graduates of the class of 2004. When your name is called, please stand and remain standing until everyone has been introduced. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. I'd like to first start with the South Euclid-Lyndhurst Board of Education. President Brenda Pryor. Eric Brunton, Vice President. Mary Alice Casalina. Joseph Gattosi. Miss Patricia O'Toole. Round of applause for the board. Thank you. I'd like to introduce to you our Central Office Administrative Staff, Mr. William Zelli, Superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Gornick-Brickman, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Kimberly Monachino, Director of Pupil Services. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd like to now introduce the administrative staff at Brush High School. Associate Principal, Ms. Louise Franchini. Assistant Principals, Mr. Reginald Holland, Mr. Joseph Comperta. Supervisor of Attendance, Ms. Brenda Wilson. Give them a round of applause. Our counseling staff that works very closely with your sons and daughters, Ms. Patricia Bennett. Retiring this year after 35 years in education. And not a gray hair. Okay. Mrs. Sue Cicero. She's our department chairperson. Mrs. Sharon Davis. Mrs. Jennifer Kennicott. Mr. David Rash. Dr. Bruce Thomas, Arc Tech. And I'd like to introduce a diploma reader and foreign language department chair, Jean-David Laplanche. Thank you. As you, the graduate, pass from grade to grade, many teachers assist you in attaining those goals. Tonight, over 80 educators are in attendance to recognize your accomplishments. Also providing tremendous support for our graduates are their parents, family, and friends. Please join me in recognizing the efforts of the educators and family and friends that are here with you tonight.
To everything there is a season. To everything there is a time. For every purpose under heaven, there is a time, a proper time. And harvest, to kill and heal, to wreck and build, to cry and laugh, to mourn and dance. There is a time, a proper time, a time to cast away, to bring together, a time to be embraced, to be alone, to find and lose, to keep and give. There is a time, there is a time. To tear apart, to mend together, to be silent and to speak, to love and hate for war and peace. There is a time, there is a time, a proper time.
Tonight, we feel like life is a freeway, an open road with the whole world in front of us and no speed traps in sight. For some of us, that road is smooth, paved for us by our families, painted by our teachers, and lit by our dreams. Others are forced to stumble their way down a beaten path, hitting every stone along the way. Whether we get that rough road or the smooth one, we hope that eventually it leads us to a promising future. We must, however, not forget to glance into that rearview mirror once in a while to see from where we came. My family came to this country in 1991. What if we had never moved to America? If we had never come to America, I would have stayed in Moldova, a small country of the former Soviet Union. I would have lived in a one-bedroom apartment shared with my whole family, gone to a much less adequate school, worked in an undeveloped economy, and lived most of my early life in near poverty. Instead, I was able to grow up in a nation that allowed me more than I ever would have had in the old country. Among this was a chance for me to get an education unlike any in the world. This is all built up to my time at Brush. Here at Brush, I chose to do a lot with theater. Some of us, however, went down other paths, whether sports, arts, or other clubs. While these activities are all very different, they are all invaluable. 4 full years I finished at the school. Of all things, ironically, the one that will stick with me is writing papers. Not writing the actual papers, of course, but how many of you remember sitting on your computer, looking at that menacing blank word screen, that little black cursor blinking in place as if counting the seconds of your life you're wasting away, as your mouse, mysteriously and completely without your permission, hovers over to your little instant messenger icon? Since it was already open, you would go ahead and instant message everyone else, also who isn't doing their paper, and complain to each other and cry for sympathy that it's already past midnight and your papers still aren't done. So moms and dads, I bet you all thought we were typing away at our papers all those late nights, huh? Looking back, I've probably spent more time stressing over simple things like papers than I ever should have allowed myself. If there's one thing I've noticed over 4 years about my friends and me, is the amazing knack that high school students have for blowing simple problems way out of proportion. Remember when you had that giant assignment that you didn't even know how to begin? Remember when your friend said something nasty to you when he was having a bad day? Remember how that girl or guy that you really liked ignored you in the halls? Remember how it was the greatest trauma in the world? You can get mad, never speak to your friend again, hide from that certain someone for the rest of your life. Or you can enjoy how funny it actually is. Laughter is often appropriate. Never be afraid to laugh. The world is a pretty funny place if you give it a chance to be. Take the time to appreciate the humor of a situation instead of stressing over every little thing, and you'll find your life will be a whole lot easier. And so, as we are driving down the road of our life, may our way be smooth, may our paths be lit, may our lanes be many and our potholes few. May every fork that we take us in the direction of happiness. May our future be blessed with promise, even if our past was not. And may tomorrow's reality hold the best for all of us.
One day, a man went hiking up the side of a mountain. Dusk had just settled, and after several hours, the night grew darker, and the air became colder. He started to lose feeling throughout his entire body. He decided he needed to scale down the mountain quickly. He attached his rope, his lifeline, and began to lower himself. But then he stopped. The ground seemed too far below him. As he began to lose hope of ever reaching the ground, a voice came calling within that said, "If you want to get down from the mountain, all you have to do is let go of the rope you are holding." The man hearing this voice thought it was absurd and refused to let go of the rope. The next day, a group of hikers came to that same mountain. What they found was a man frozen, clinging to his lifeline. He was only 1 foot from the ground. What if that man had listened to the voice? What if that man had only had the courage to let go of the rope? But he held on to the rope because it gave him security. He let doubt stand between him and possibility. It is so difficult for us to leave the safety of the familiar. High school is structured and controlled. The future is unpredictable and uncertain. But we cannot be afraid to take that step forward in our lives. The future may be frightening, but it is also an exciting time and a chance for opportunity. It seems as if we were freshmen just yesterday, and I can remember when senior year seemed so far away. But now we sit here in our gold and white gowns, hats and tassels. We all have memories of our high school years. We may have had some disappointments, but we have also had many achievements. Many have helped us reach those successes. Many have served as our lifelines. Many have been there for us for the past 18 years. Our parents, our teachers, and friends. I know that whenever I fell short, my parents strongly encouraged me to try my best. I know that I am well prepared for what lies ahead of me. And I know I have my parents, teachers, and friends to thank for that. I feel they have helped me to acquire this confidence. We have spent the last 12 years preparing for what we want to become in life. Now it is time for us to go out and face our destinies and become that person. As we go through life, we will encounter many wonderful opportunities. We cannot make the mistake of letting a great prospect pass by us. We don't want to ask, what if I had taken that risk? What if I had taken that chance to make something of myself? So the next time an opportunity arises, instead of asking what if, ask why not. We need to let go of the rope. We need to listen to our hopes and our dreams. We cannot be like the man holding on the mountain, holding on to what we know, instead of taking the chance to become what we could be. Holding on to our memories instead of creating new ones. Holding on to the familiar instead of moving forward. We can no longer live for yesterday or yesterday's dreams, but only for today and tomorrow's realities.
You are in a recital hall filled with people. One piano rests on stage, and you are going to play it. Adrenaline, nerves, and anxiety increase as your heart begins to race and your palms sweat. Carefully taking your place at the instrument, you examine the black and white keys that you are about to command. You begin to play, and hundreds of eyes in that audience watch you, analyze you, judge you. What if you mess up? Any musician can relate to the anxiety and sometimes sheer terror that comes when performing solo. Fears of messing up distract us, however, and frequently are the cause of our own problems. In my experiences with piano performance, I have learned to avoid this with advice gathered over the years. Stay focused. Be your own biggest fan. And if you do make a mistake, be able to ask yourself, who cares? What does it matter? What if we were to apply this advice to our everyday lives? As we face an uncertain future, there lie ahead many doubts, many unfamiliar paths, and many opportunities to ask ourselves, what if I mess up? But rather than focus on what could go wrong, we must focus on what needs to be done. This way, we can limit our errors, build our confidence, and become our own biggest fans. Then, as we encounter pitfalls, it becomes easier to say to ourselves, hey, what does it matter? What does it matter if you trip across this very stage tonight? What does it matter if you strut your stuff for that hot date while toilet paper trails from your shoes? What if you hit your future mother-in-law's car on the way to rehearsal dinner? By then, you'll be older and have more insurance, so what does it matter? As we all know, some things do matter more than others. Therefore, it is easy to fear what might happen and to dread the future. But consider this. Tomorrow is nothing more than how we viewed yesterday, the day before. 2 days ago, we might have feared riding the Millennium Force yesterday, but what difference does it make today? 2 weeks ago, we got quite a scare when we couldn't find that one textbook. Failure to turn it in would mean no graduation, but we found the book, and we're all here now. What about 2 years ago, when the end seemed to be nowhere in sight and we feared this day would never come? Well, this day has come. It has come fast, and those painfully long hours of class are now more or less forgotten. Now we must be ready to face what the future will bring. We must realize that our lives are a performance, and each one of us is a performer on our own stage. While we may be filled with apprehension as we perform, we must know that only we can determine the extent to which our errors matter. In many cases, it is best to pay heed to our mistakes so that we may learn from them. But we mustn't dwell on what goes wrong. Remember Steve Urkel? Although his errors could not be overlooked, Steve would always dismiss them with the classic laugh, 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 snort, 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 and did I do that? To him, what did it matter? What if? The words what if allow us to view the many possibilities of life within a variety of contexts. But rather than ask ourselves, what if I had, or what if I will, we should consider, what if I do? What if I do excel in college? I just might attain summa cum laude. What if I do become the best I can be in the Army? I just might become chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. What if I do succeed in the workforce? I just might become the rival of Donald Trump. And what if I do raise my own family? I just might become the world's greatest parent. Without asking ourselves, what if I do, we will be stuck living in today, we will fail to welcome our opportunities, and we will limit the possibilities of life. Let us cherish the road of life, move beyond the familiar, and learn from our errors. It is up to each one of us to embrace our opportunities, move forward, and succeed.
The class of 2004 has set a standard of high academic achievement, earning scholarships and financial aid in excess of $3 million. 3 students were named National Merit Commended Students. 69 students received Diploma with Honors, which is 20% of our students in the graduating class. 84 students received the Ohio Department of Education Award of Merit, 25% of our students in the class. 41 students received the Presidential Award of Excellence, 10% of the seniors. 63 students maintained a 3.5 or above grade point average over 4 years. That is approximately 20% of the students in the senior class, and that they received an honor roll distinction. 58 students maintained a 3.0 to 3.49 grade point average over 4 years, which is also 20% of the senior class, and they earned the merit roll distinction. You will find the list of these students in the pages of your program. The class has received leadership awards and has demonstrated their ability to lead throughout their entire high school career. Although community service is not a requirement for graduation, the class of 2004 continues to record hours spent working in the community. Truly a remarkable trait for young adults. The other day, when the seniors picked up their caps and gowns, they completed a questionnaire for the guidance department about their future plans. Many students are off to colleges and universities such as the College of Worcester, Heidelberg University, Ohio Dominion, Denison University, The Ohio State University, Dartmouth College, Ohio University, Cleveland State University, Baldwin-Wallace College, Tri-C, Norwood University, Lakeland Community College, Miami University, Kent State University, the University of Akron, St. Bonaventure in New York, the University of Toledo, Wright State University, Notre Dame University, Carnegie Mellon University, Case Western Reserve University, Ashland College, just a few. Many of our students were going on to technical schools, the armed forces, or to work. Another question they asked was, what advice will you share with Brush underclassmen? And the senior graduating students responded, don't give up. Get involved. Stay focused on your goals. Make the most of your experience at Brush. Have fun and build friendships. Be yourself and never give up. Work hard, do what you feel is best, stay on top of your grades, enjoy your years at Brush, they go by too fast. Don't slack off, a student said, do your best. Stay focused, Stand up for what you believe. Get to know your classmates. Be positive. You can achieve whatever your dreams are. Make the best of high school. It's the best years of your life, and it goes by very quickly. On behalf of the faculty and staff of South Euclid-Lyndhurst City Schools, we want to offer our congratulations and best luck to the class of 2004. Mr. Zelli?
Thank you, Mrs. Rabel. Parents and grandparents, family and friends, teachers, administrators, board members, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2004. Today is a very important day to you and to your family. It is truly the beginning of the rest of your life. I encourage you to appreciate it, to enjoy it, to respect it, for yourself and your classmates. For each of you have earned it, and each of you deserve to have, for you and your family, to hear your name and take pride in your accomplishments. Over the past 13 years, you've grown and matured. In fact, when I came with the district, you were probably in the 2nd grade. You've grown from children to young adults. You experienced changes in your families, our community, and our world. In a very short while, you will become alumnus of one of the very best high schools in the state of Ohio. You've had the benefit of learning from some of the best teachers in Ohio. You've had the opportunity to participate in some of the finest extracurricular programs in Ohio. You've had the opportunity to learn in diverse classrooms and make friends from a diverse population of students. You are following fantastic individuals who have gone before you, National Merit Scholars, Rhodes Scholars, class officers, athletes, artists, and just great students. All who have left Brush High School with a terrific education with which they built their future. 6 years ago, upon becoming superintendent, I met some fantastic Brush High School seniors. At that time, I thought, how could next year's seniors compete with those who have just graduated? And yet each year, I've had the opportunity to meet new, fantastic young men and women who continue the tradition of Brush High School and the pride and excellence of our school district. As you leave here today, I would ask you to take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your behavior and your feelings. Don't rely on your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, your friends, or your parents for your own happiness. Rely on yourself. Choose to be happy. Take responsibility for your success, regardless of whether it feels as though life has been fair or unfair to you. For while we all want a fair world, and many strive to create a fair world for others, we all know all too well that the world is never fair to all of us all the time. Therefore, work to create your own successes. Write your goals and plan your plans. Find a mentor to help you and accept advice over pride. Keep striving even if things are not as you had planned. For many, many individuals who have been recognized for their achievements failed before they achieved success. Choose a career that you can enjoy, not one that is thrust upon you, not one that your friends or parents choose for you, not one that creates money without enjoyment. For if you enjoy your work, each day will begin in happiness. Even the hard times, frustrations, and disappointments will fade away in importance. However, if you hate your work, you will begin to hate your life, and even your successes will not satisfy you. Commit yourself to a lifetime of learning, for as our world continues to change, learning, continued learning, may be the only way to control the impact of the changes upon your daily lives. Strive to be happy. Strive to always improve yourself, to conquer your fears. Strive to remain close to your friends and loved ones. Strive to live life consciously, to actively engage the world, to always view the world through fresh, objective eyes. Strive to be successful in whatever you may choose to do. I'd like to wish you success in the words of a great American poet, Ralph Waldo Emerson, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little bit better, whether it be by a healthy child or a garden patch or a redeemed social condition, to know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived. I encourage you to dream your dreams, to believe in yourself, to work each day to improve yourself, to dare to make your dreams a reality. As you leave here today, I encourage you, I strongly encourage you, to thank a teacher, administrator, staff member, a parent, grandparent, or friend for that which they have helped you to accomplish. When you get home this evening, I encourage you to write a note to thank someone who has helped you but was unable to be here tonight. And I strongly encourage you to do it before you forget. We all live extremely busy lives. We all have a lot of things that we want to do. But this is the opportunity to do it, and please don't miss this opportunity. As you wake tomorrow, alumnus of this great institution, I encourage you to find some quiet time, to continue to develop your dreams, to plan your future. And now, on behalf of your parents and grandparents, family and friends, on behalf of this fantastic school district and this fantastic community, I'd like to wish you a lifetime of peace, happiness, and success. Congratulations, class of 2004. And now it is my honor to introduce to you a community member and a parent, a Brush alum from the class of 1978, the Vice President of the Board of Education, Mr. Eric Brunton.
Just for Mr. Zelli's correction, that was a class of 1976. On behalf of the South Euclid-Lyndhurst Board of Education, I am proud and honored to speak to the 2004 graduating class of Brush High School. As was mentioned 28 years ago, I too graduated from this fine high school. And even though I can say I received a top-notch education, it does not compare to what's being offered today at Brush. Paradigms are divergent thoughts that people have when an idea or a subject is mentioned. For example, when someone says New York, my first thoughts are Yankees, for I love baseball. Not my favorite team. If I say Papa John's, students think of pizza. Very good. When I mention shopping and dining in Lyndhurst, you may think of our new plaza called Legacy Village. Why do you suppose the developers decided to name the new complex Legacy Village? What is a legacy? My remarks this evening are about creating a legacy. Webster states that a legacy is a gift of will, especially of money or of other personal items or property. Sure, we're all familiar with the legacies of Bill Gates and Bill Cosby. They and many others have donated countless millions to many causes. But is legacy just about money and property? I believe a legacy goes beyond that. It has to do more with character. Character, as someone once said, is what we do when no one is watching. It's the ability or the propensity to do the right thing even at the wrong time. Character lends itself to enduring contributions. Character is the building block of a legacy. You don't know Robert Johnson. Robert worked for more than 30 years at the Ford Motor Company here in Cleveland and almost never missed a day of work. Robert put all three of his children through college, the first of his family to do that. That is his legacy. Or how about Neil Evans? For almost 50 years, Neil's been videotaping family gatherings, starting with the old Super 8 movies to today's video cameras that include the digital style. I'm sure that many of you can relate to one family member or another that's always running around with a camera asking relatives to say some infamous words of wisdom. Well, at 84, Neil is now compiling all these family videos, sorting them out, putting them into topics, and putting them on his CDs for all of his relatives. That is his legacy for the next generation. By the way, for me, Neil is my uncle. I think that we all possess creative talents that can provide legacies for the future. So as you celebrate this wonderful event this evening and in the coming weeks, as you begin the journey towards the next phase of your life, I challenge you to think about creating your own legacy. Many individuals in American history have supported various movements to advance the causes of our great country. Many of these acts were courageous and heroic, yet others, like character, went mostly unnoticed. What will your legacy be? In conclusion, I would like to thank the 20 educators who are retiring this year from our district. Their legacy will live on for years in the minds of the students' lives that they have touched. Thank you.
Class of 2004, please stand. Mr. Zelli and members of the South Euclid-Lyndhurst Board of Education, I hereby certify that the following members of the class of 2004 have successfully completed all requirements established by the State Board of Education and South Euclid-Lyndhurst Board of Education. The class of 2004 will now present itself for graduation. Please be seated. While Mr. LaPlanche and Ms. Bennett are now introducing our graduates, we ask that all applause be held until all graduates are introduced to ensure that the name of each and every member of the class of 2004 can be heard. Thank you.
Stephanie Ann Pearl, valedictorian.
Jessica Eden Glago, salutatorian.
Rebecca R. Ackman.
Brian Scott Akins.
Lauren Teresa Ina.
Timothy Joseph Algieri.
Eric Anderson.
Jessica Ellen Andrew.
Stanley C. Ball. Shauna Aaron Barrett.
Tia Latrell Bates.
Lauren Ashley Bauco.
Tatiana Baitler.
Kevin F. Beam.
Yuri Belikov.
Julie Beth Benjamin.
Matthew Todd Berkowitz.
Lindsay Marie Betts.
Stephen John Bixel.
Janelle Marie Blackwell.
Jennifer Marie Blee.
Stella Blyer.
Amy Elizabeth Bogart.
Sarah Robin Bonsack. Melissa Hannah Bondi.
Jody Elizabeth Bonhard.
Crystal Renee Bovington.
Tamara Nicole Bowling.
Natalie Berginski.
Igor M. Bryn.
Kelly Ann Browerman.
Brittany Alana Brofman.
Ashley M. Brown.
Brianna Lachey Brown.
Laura A. Bruncala.
Stacy A. Buemi.
Sean Gladstone Burke.
Gary Burt.
Elizabeth Helen Busher.
Catherine Busher.
Brittany Anna Camarado.
Bradley Anthony Campbell.
Jessica F. Kodish Campbell.
Keith Patrick Campbell.
Newton Campbell, Jr.
Elisa Marie Carter.
Stephen Douglas Carter, Jr.
Melissa Jane Chase.
Dwight J. Chilius, Jr.
Teresa Marie Chimes.
Andrea Alexis Ciafani.
Christopher Cogan.
Marcus E. Coleman.
Michael Thomas Connor.
Nicole Rose Correa.
David Arthur Cunningham.
Latasha D. Cunningham.
Elise Anna Custodio.
Thomas William Dalton.
Dwight Damons.
Bonnie Lucille Daniels.
Jennifer Juliet David.
Sierra G. Davis.
Latilla M. Davis.
Joshua P. DeBro.
Alexi W. Donalo.
Matthew Isaiah Derrickson.
Rachel Joy DeRobertis.
Jacqueline E. Desmond.
Anthony Joseph DeAquila.
Elizabeth Angela DeFranco.
Natalie Rose DeLillo.
Christopher Michael DeRenzo.
Andrew DeVita.
Candace Daniel Dow.
Lauren C. Dudley.
Megan Louise Dykes.
Amanda Eaton.
Charles A. Ebner.
Brandon M. Edmond.
Brian M. Edmond.
Matthew James Egan.
Angela M. Ernie.
Aaron E. Ernie.
Neetha Ericula.
Pavel Feldman.
Michelle L. Forkosh.
Catherine Ann Folds.
Kenneth Wark Frame.
Jennifer Ann Freito.
Sabrina Charday Franey.
Oleg Fridman.
Abby Beth Friedberg.
Stacy Ann Fromberg.
David John Fulham.
Jackie Ann Phi.
Michael Lane Gailey.
Anthony John Garcias.
Kimberly Elizabeth Garvin.
Richard W. Geary.
Ronald Dean Geary.
Yalina Giorgiotti.
Justin W. Geraci.
Krista Marie Gessler.
Sergio Andreas Glisick.
Andrew Stewart Marco Goddard.
Jamie Brooke Goldman.
Scott Andrew Goldweber.
Jeremy Mark Green.
Michael Angelo Gregorio.
Nicholas John Gromick.
Michael Jacob Gross.
J. Stephen Harberger. Omar J. Hakim.
Don Christopher Hamilton.
Adrian Hampton.
Jillian Jean Harold.
Danielle Aaron Harrell.
Deontay Lamar Harris.
Tiara Elaine Harris.
Warren Dwayne Harris.
Kelly Ashton Haywood.
Jennifer Heitman.
Lawrence D. Hemphill.
Allison M. Hensley. Allison's father, Michael Hensley, a past board member, will be presenting Allison's diploma to her.
Jennifer Aaron Herbson.
Eunice M. Hines.
Diana Marie Holcomb.
Anthony J. Holman, Jr.
Jasmine Elise Howard.
Matthew Robert Howlett.
Corey Robert Hoynacke.
Hughes.
Lamar D. Hunter.
Daniela Maria Carmela Iannetta.
Robert Haywood Jackson.
Lee R. Jacobson.
Lashandra Benet James.
Shannon N. Jarrett.
Caitlin Marie Jeffries.
Simone Marie Jelks.
Joseph Charles Jesberger.
Christopher David Jezrun.
Jillian Michelle Johnson.
Marlon Johnson.
Jessica L. Janilla.
Christopher Kalina.
Dominic Rocco Kandrak.
Heather Kane.
Bradley C. Couts.
Michael A. Kakabani.
Nicholas G. Kessler.
Jennifer Marie Kessler. Asa J. Keys. Mark Allen Killeran, Jr. Jennifer Lee Kitis.
Lindsay Aaron Klein.
Lavon Lamarcus Knowles.
Caitlin R. Kolb.
Michael W. Kozar.
Jennifer Mitsuko Kozono.
Robert Carl Kubak.
Dimitri Kirchen.
Elizabeth M. Laricha.
Autumn Nicole LaRich.
Jennifer Plent Lash.
Michael John Lawyer.
Michael John LeBlanc.
Jameson Thompson Lee.
Jonathan Allen Letsky.
Catherine Ann Lutenberg.
Andrew John Light.
Daniela Liptak.
David Lashinsky.
Michael C. Love.
Kelly Ann Lucas.
Scott Randall Luttermoser.
Stuart Jacob Marcus.
Ricky Joseph Marinelli.
Sarah Irene Marcus.
Sylvia Carolina Martell.
Alfred W. Martin IV.
Derek E. Martin.
Andrew Weisbrod Maranowski.
Matthew A. Masha.
Susan Jane McCroskey.
Janine Marie McGoy.
Timothy Martin McKelvey.
Leslie Ann Robbins McLaughlin.
Krista Marie McReynolds.
Anthony James Mendelera.
Daniel Michael Mingus.
Matthew Mishaga.
Andrew Joseph Moorhan.
Terrence Lamar Morrison.
Carrie Moss.
Benjamin Albert Now.
Nicole Crystal Ness.
Melissa Jean Nickturn.
Lindsay Dawn Nikolai.
Oleg A. Nikolenko.
Ryan Vincent Nord.
Ryan M. Norris.
Ethan Howard Novikov.
Matthew O'Brien.
Anthony Paul Osanaro.
Matthew A. Olenek.
Cody Osborne.
Kevin Patrick Parsons.
Joseph Paschal.
John James Payne.
Adam Andrew Pilak.
Joseph E. Prepar.
Michael P. Perry.
Jakira M. Pearson.
Roger W. Plants.
Donna Renee Pollard.
Yegor D. Holoskin.
Rafi Hovannes Panarjian.
Douglas Michael Powell. Terry R. Pra Jr.
India Sherelle Price.
Earl Monroe Ransom.
Marcy Ryder.
Allison Claire Redder.
Irene Viola Rhine.
Devin Reaney.
Lauren Ashley Robert.
Leslie Ann Robbins.
Randall Robertson.
Anthony Robert Rogers.
Jeremy James Rowland.
Irina Romanchenko.
Rebecca Lynn Roseman.
Benjamin Arthur Rosner.
Marie Rawson.
Eugene Reutberg.
Jeremy Andrew Rupp.
Daniel Jacob Russell.
Nigel Edward Russell.
Kimberly Renee Sabalowski.
Robert Michael Sabetta.
Shamiris Tanea Sanford.
Ashley Danielle Savoy.
Danielle Schmid.
Elena Monique Choke.
Heidi J. Sugar.
David Mitchell Shapiro.
Jessica R. Shapiro.
Adrian Lee Shriver.
Ashley Marguerite Shriver.
Michael Benjamin Schwartz.
David J. Silverman. Adam Larry Smith.
Colin Alexander Smith.
Rebecca Smurdell.
Michael Scott Hobart Solomon.
Monica L. Solomon.
David L. Soltez.
Michael L. Soltez.
Carly Ann Sovich.
Stacy Ann Spencer.
Nicole Marie Spetrino.
Brian Robert Strang.
Jacqueline Michelle Stropke.
Kevin Clinton Stropke.
Carrie Lynn Sullivan.
John Summers.
Eric Stephen Talcar.
Christopher Matthew Tanko.
Nicholas Allen Tassone.
Daniel Taylor.
Kevin C. Taylor.
Michaela S. Taylor.
Michael Taylor.
Tyra Terrell.
Spencer Thomas.
Tiara Thomas.
Austria Shalia Everson Thompson.
Christopher L. Thompson.
Kristen Elizabeth Thompson.
Charles Patrick Tilley.
Dexter Todd.
Michelle Torshinsky.
Jordan Michelle Trebek.
Heather Teresa Trier.
Evan M. Tucker.
Artez J. Turner.
Kathleen Mary Turner.
Michael Daniel Tisch.
Julie Ellen Van Vliet.
Ashley Danielle Vance.
Barry Robert Veal.
Olga Velkova.
Tatiana Velkova.
Ilya Verzib.
Katie Lynn Volker.
Stephen M. Walsh.
Rachel Aaron Walter.
Kiana Ashley Walton.
Ray Michael Ward.
Christian V. Washington.
Juanita Cecile Washington.
Leah Claire Webb.
Jonathan Robert Weber.
Brittany Hannah Wyrick.
Margaret Irene Westner. Alvin Fernando White, Jr.
Benjamin James White.
Maya Maria White.
Elbe J. Williams.
Skylar M. Williams.
Ryan Taylor Wilson.
Daryl W. Wolnick.
Robert Wright.
Kimberly Lynn Weiss.
Andrew Benjamin York.
Jonathan Paul Young.
Daniel Joseph Zay.
Stephanie Marie Ziegler.
Sarah Rebecca Zurell.
Nicole F. Supancic. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the accomplishments of the class of 2004.
Okay. At this time, I would like to invite the class of 2004 valedictorian Stephanie Pearl and salutatorian class of 2004 Jessica Glaco to the stage. Stephanie Pearl, valedictorian, has maintained a 4.6 GPA while being actively involved in band, drama club, National Honor Society, and many other activities, both in and out of school. Stephanie plans to attend Vanderbilt University in the fall. Next, I would like to present the salutatorian medal to Jessica Glaco, who has maintained a 4.5 GPA while overcoming a life-threatening illness. Jessica has taught us all that life is a gift and we should not take it for granted. Jessica plans to attend Dartmouth College in the fall. Jessica Glaco, your salutatorian. This is your class valedictorian and salutatorian. Thank you, ladies.
Good evening. In 1880, Charles F. Brush set out to create something that would shed light into a dark place. In the late 1880s, he invented the arc light. The arc light has illuminated Cleveland's public square, and eventually that illumination has spread across the globe. When Charles F. Brush High School was created in 1927, the school instantly became the light of the South Euclid-Lyndhurst community. As we have come here today to honor and to acknowledge the accomplishments of the class of 2004, let us now stand and give honor to the light that has shined through all of these students through the singing of our alma mater. Please stand.
Hail to the brown and hail to the gold. Hail to dear Brush High, the school we uphold. We love no other, so let our motto be Victory Brush High School
Tonight we have reached a milestone in our lives. All that we have learned throughout our years at Brush High School will provide us with a solid foundation to build our dreams, our lives, and future. With our individual talents, we must strive to achieve our personal goals and contribute back to society, for today's dreams become tomorrow's realities. Graduates, please stand. Let's congratulate ourselves, the Charles F. Brush graduating class of 2004, by moving our tassels from the left side to the right. Congratulations, class of 2004.
To everything there is a season. To everything there is a time. For every purpose under heaven, there is a time, a proper time. And harvest, to kill and heal, to wreck and build, to cry and laugh, to mourn and dance. There is a time, a proper time, a time to cast away, to bring together, a time to be embraced, to be alone, to find and lose, to keep and give. There is a time, there is a time. Together, to be silent and to speak.